back. It's been a while.
It's been quite a while,
Yeah,
actually.
it's been a while. Yeah, we've both been busy with work and
Yeah.
kids and you name it. It's just like called life.
It's
And
called life.
so we're back at Gray Hair Garage. We're still doing some things. Been working on the 70. Got a new project. I
Yeah.
think we did a little short on it.
Yeah.
And
We'll go over what you did on it in a few minutes.
yeah, so let's take a look at a few things. So like Frankenstein, I finally found a tuner locally.
Okay.
And so one of the issues I found out with the car, I always had this, it was just a driving issue. And come to find out, one of the things, I used a 70 tank, aftermarket tank with an electric fuel pump already
Right.
built into it. I took the pump out of the 14 GT, put it in to the tank. But what I didn't realize is that Ford had gone away from controlling the pump with fuel pressure by pulsing and this, that, and the other to actually putting a regulator back into the fuel tank assembly.
Oh, okay.
So I ended up having to put a Chevrolet part on the Ford. Yeah,
Mike.
it was the easiest simple fix.
Right.
So like the Corvettes have a fuel filter and fuel pressure regulator in one, so a cheap, easy fix.
Okay.
So I ended up adding that externally, replaced the fuel filter that I had put on the
Right.
car. So anyway, put it back in the same place, had to run an extra line into the fuel tank. So we got this car ready to go.
So the running problem is totally cleared now.
It has cleared up, exactly.
Okay, good.
So it cranks, it's almost like it was vapor locking. And I think what was happening is because of the fuel pressure was, I'm assuming from what I'm understanding, it went to almost 100 PSI trying to start. So I think it was actually
okay.
flooding the car out once
I
it got
see.
warm. So now all that's
Everything-
cleared up.
Oh,
So
that's good.
it's going back to the tuners. We're going to clean up the tune because the intake's a little different than
Yeah.
some of the ones that are out there. And just a few things, just clean
Sure.
it up, get the lights off. This car will be 100%.
Cool.
Other than that, this car is going good.
All right.
The 69 is like everything else. We just haven't got to it.
Right. It just it's usually just sitting here.
Yeah.
It's still got a couple issues that someday need to be worked out. But
Yeah, I'm thinking what I'm going to do is because probably sometime in spring next year,
yeah.
I've got to pull all three carburetors off. Some of the inserts or the threads are stripped.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
so
I remember
it's
we were having a leaking problem when we were messing with this quite a while ago now.
So we're going to pull the carbs, fix the threads, put it back together.
Okay.
And then there's we got a window regulator that's acting up on this side, but luckily I've got some parts left over from when I built the 70, so I've got some pieces that we'll need.
Okay.
Fix the window in it. This car should be sorted out, do some oil changing and all that
All right.
stuff.
Hey, don't forget about the posi. We got some
Oh, that's
comments
right.
about
Oh,
that
yeah,
last
I forgot
time.
about that. Yeah, so we'll have to look into that.
Yeah. There's no rush on this one though.
So going on to the next car that's in work right now.
Yeah.
We've got a 2014, and so we did a short on it. 47,000 mile vehicle, back end was hit.
Yep.
And as you see everywhere, there's parts laying.
Yep. It's a work in progress.
Yeah, so we're working on it. Engines, I mean, it's solid. It's clean inside. You pull the oil fill cap off, look down in the engine, it's
And
super
the
clean.
oil is super clean.
Car's in great shape, just needs a little love.
Yep.
And as you can see, we got some scrap parts laying down.
Yep.
And then we are steady working on
Oh yeah.
fitting the quarter panel. And so when I bought the quarter panel, it came all the way up into the roof line.
Okay.
So I didn't want to get into roof line, even though I got to paint the roof, but I didn't want to get into all this. It's not
Sure.
like the truck was where there's a separation.
Right.
It's a little harder to do. So I decided to come back here, back at the quarter glass. And so I just started fitting so I can move the quarter panel back. So I started fitting the gap here. I still got to cut this one.
Okay.
Now that this one's been established,
Yeah.
I just got to cut here, cut the metal off,
Right.
and then start just finalizing the fitting.
Okay.
And so that'll start going on hopefully here in the next week, maybe even a day. I doubt it, but next week sometime. And then you get back here to the back. Some of the difficulties I've had was there's taillight buckets, and so you'll see that's where your taillight comes in. And this is made up of like 3 pieces.
Right.
You can't just buy this, you got to buy this. Well, these are now obsolete. You cannot buy these anymore. This is for a convertible.
Okay.
So I only need the bucket. So luckily, the only difference is this little channel here.
Right.
So I'll be able to drill this bucket off,
Okay.
install it, drill some holes. And then because they're all obsolete, I had to go to the wrecker yards to get the left side.
The other side, right.
Luckily, by just sending a few pictures to the parts farm out of Lyons, Georgia, I was able to show them where I wanted it cut. They cut it perfect. All I need is this bucket.
That's
And
great.
so I've got to drill it out. And then I still got to drill what's left of the old one out. But everything's coming together.
Cool.
I'm real happy. Everything looks great.
Yeah, that panel there actually is matching down pretty good with all the factory holes and stuff.
So I did just some real quick measurements, but if you look out here on the bumper brackets,
Yep.
the gaps on both sides
Right.
are real good.
Yeah, they look
Level
good.
wise, it's looking good.
Yep.
Even where the old one came off, it's matching up. So
Yeah, sweet.
just a couple. I might have to take a little pull over here, but not much.
Okay. And you got a little crinkle on that side that you're gonna work on.
Yeah, so I guess when it hit mostly on the right side, but it pushed it all up, and it was all above the frame rails.
Right.
But when it did, I think it kind of pushed things
Sure.
up. So I got a little wrinkle here, but it's very minimal. So I should be able to work
Yeah.
that out somehow. And
No major work there.
Yeah, that's easy stuff. So that's kind of where we're at on this.
Cool.
I'm hoping within the next week or 2 we can start wrapping up all the body work and
Yep.
start, the rough stuff, and start getting into the fine tuning and doing some body work and getting everything done. The next thing is color change.
Yeah. Yeah, because you have to paint 3/4 of it anyway.
Yeah.
So
So I'm gonna have to paint the roof. We'll have to paint the back half of the car. We'll have to paint the bumper cover, and I mean, I'm just at this point I'm thinking,
yeah.
why not go ahead and do a color
Absolutely,
change?
yeah.
I don't like black cars, and it's not that I don't like them. I think they look great.
Yeah.
They're
Just a pain to keep
oh, geez.
looking great.
Yeah, they don't look good. It's like the blue car.
Yeah.
I love the color. That thing it looks dirty all the time.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter, just sitting here.
Just dust.
Yeah. So you even notice that I bought these little cheap plastic car covers that
because
actually
you-
wrap the lift.
Cutting and grinding.
Yeah, because I'm doing a lot of work, and I don't want to scratch the car or get stuff on it unnecessarily. So
Right.
I got it covered up. And so we're thinking about painting this. And you guys, if you've watched our channel,
Yeah.
I've got that Capri, that white Capri, that 85
That one's
Mercury
sweet.
Capri.
It's a really bright white.
I'm thinking about doing that to this car, doing the black and white
Yeah.
thing, because I really like how it looked. And you can't go wrong with that. It just,
Yeah.
and the thing is, being white, it looks clean even though it's dirty.
It does.
So I'm thinking of going that route.
With like black trim around it, I
Yeah.
would assume. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that'd look really sharp.
So I'm thinking the combination of black and white. And if I decide to keep this car, you saw I got the taillights. They're aftermarket, but they
Yeah.
look great. They're smoked.
Yep.
I'm thinking, I've already looked on, and I'm going to use the same one I used in my 05 F-150, leatherseats.com.
Oh yeah.
They got some really nice stuff. I actually like it better than the cat skin stuff. So thinking about doing leather seats.
Yeah, because this is a base model.
Yeah, it's a base model.
Mustang GT, so
So it doesn't have all the bells and whistles, but the car's,
good bones.
it's got good bones. And so I'm thinking about doing some things. So we'll do it in white, we'll tint the windows, we'll lower it, put in some aftermarket wheels, and I've been looking at that.
Yep. And if you guys out there have any suggestions for little touches to do, by all means, put it in the comments. This is a very early stage of the build, and that's the time to come
Yeah.
up with those things.
Yeah,
So
so I'm thinking that'll you know, I think the car might look pretty good when I get through it.
Oh,
and I've always liked the
I have
13,
no doubt,
14s.
Mike, that it'll look good. All your work here. This looks great.
And as you know, the 70s built off the 14 chassis.
That's right. So you're pretty familiar with it. And the nice thing about this one is you don't have to figure out a ton of stuff like you did converting it to the 70.
These cars are really easy to work on. I almost wish that it had the Gen 2 Coyote engine in it. And on this platform, I mean, you got best of both worlds. But, you know, everybody's got a different opinion. I think the 15 through 17 is probably the best of the F-150s, the Mustangs.
Yeah.
But I still love this body style.
You like the body? I like the front end on these things the most.
Yeah. So we're going to try to spice it up a little bit, make it a little bit nicer. And like I said, I hate doing a color change, but if you're going to do it, now's the time.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And if you guys have any suggestions for that and you want to share it, by all means.
Yeah, send me some
Leave a
links
comment,
to some stuff that you've done to your cars if you got one. I'm up for anything. I'm going to try to keep it tasteful, but not too crazy expensive. And
well, you want to keep it tasteful just in case you do want to get rid of it too. So you don't want to go crazy.
But like the dual exhaust.
Yeah.
I mean, the car sounds great.
It does. You want to fire it up so we can hear it running? Cold start.
But yeah,
that sounds good.
It's all stock. I don't want to. I'm old. I don't like loud cars anymore. So this sounds great.
I'm old too, buddy.
But you can see, like, take a look at the dashboard there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Can you get on the mileage?
Yeah.
Probably not. But anyway, it's 47,000 mile car. Like I said, it's a base model.
Yeah, but you know the nice thing about the base model is you can change stuff
and, like I said,
bring it to your own.
Look at the seats; they're cloth and they're still in good shape.
Yeah.
But you know,
the car is really in good shape.
Yeah.
Cool.
Definitely well worth fixing. So.
And this is a Copart car, correct?
Copart. Yeah. I think with shipping and everything, I probably paid a little more than I should have, but you know, everything's high.
Yep.
And so I think it was like 10-1, 10-2.
That's not
delivered everything.
That's not bad considering you got a 14 with only 44,000 miles.
46, 47.
46, okay.
AC still works. Everything works. Like I say, you hear it run and drive.
Yeah.
Drives great. I've already taken it up and down the road to make sure there was no other issues. Clutch is super smooth. Transmission slick as a button.
Excellent.
So I think it's just a good clean up, color change, lowered a little bit, little wheels, couple of little design changing, and I think this would be a nice car to keep or sell.
So you guys gonna be excited about this build? I am.
Yeah, so that's where we're at Gray Hair Garage. We're just
sorry we haven't been here in a while, but
it's just life.
It's the way it goes.
Yeah, we're not full-time YouTubers, so you know this is
our YouTube paycheck shows that.
Yeah, exactly. Well, $19 last month or something. Anyway, doesn't matter. We're just having fun.
That's right.
So guys, that's where we're at.
Yeah.
Leave your comments on this car, what you think.
Let us know if you want to see the actual build. I mean, what we're going to do a little filming on it, but we're not going to get too in depth.
Yeah.
Just because you
Nobody
guys don't
cares.
seem to care about that.
Yeah. They just like to see the finished product.
Yeah, and we're good with that. We're good with that.
Yeah.
Just let us know. We haven't heard much from you guys lately, and we understand why.
Yeah.
But we're
so
excited
hopefully
to do it.
we'll be back to doing a little more filming than we have. You know, it's getting here we are in the holidays again.
Yeah.
Years gone by as quick as it has, and so hope you like it. Leave some comments, suggestions of what you think I might ought to do to this car. I've got a few buzzing around in this stupid head of mine, and so anyway, hope you guys are doing great. And what are we gonna do? Click like,
share, and subscribe, and
whatever else you want to do.
See you next time.
Yeah, we'll see you guys. Y'all take care.
See ya.